The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the sea.
Hey, hello. Welcome, my people. Welcome to Edo Pride TV, where you get the Ogbonge news. How are you doing this weekend, my people? Good afternoon, morning, and evening. Depends on where you are watching me from. Today, we have Ogbonge news. And we're going to have Mr. Crusoe soon. He's already there in the back studio, but we'll have him on the screen soon. And you guys will have it. I don't know. Igomeni today. Una welcome. As you are coming in, please say hi and share. I am going to be calling names when I see your name. Just say hi, mama. Hi, area mama. We don't come today, like I promised. You know I don't fail. I promise and I deliver. I promise and I deliver. So we'll welcome Mr. Crusoe very soon. So before then, share the clip. I want many people there here because na better soup. Now we want cook. So not be only you go chop on. Oh yeah, share. Mr. Sonny, I see you. I think you were first here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Patrick, I see you already. You too much. Oh, Angela, Daniel, I see you. Victor, yay, welcome. Fed Orons, happy weekend, mama. I see you. Aye, welcome. Ekato Kelvin, I see you. Oh, Anthony Ajibola. For our chairman. Yeah, now chairman for this platform. Oh, you too much. Oga Anthony, I see you. No Sam Michael, Bokia, Ekato Kevin. Oh yeah, waviare. Ni mawa abu na make nati Oga Crusoe ade. Waviare. Oh yeah, fly in. Happy weekend to you all. Today na another big goes bars. Area mama don't come. Area mama don't show up. Mahalu ngomogi. Nwomogi no abi nwompo pade na level Anthony nwomogi abi nwompo beauty. Oh, you really beautiful. Good evening Eromosele esaoye respect etio sangasia. I see you even if you try to hide. I see you. Yeah, share the program. Today na sweet day. Oga Ogbe don't come, chairman. Oga Pata of them all. I see you. Oga Ogbe, thank you, mama. And thanks to Honorable Crusoe for honoring this invitation. Now, Oga Ogbe, I welcome out to Muna clap for chairman. I see you now. As soon as they come, una go like the show. Me say, I can forget. Make me like, una go still like, Mona like the show. Shebi my mic is good. Abel, let me know if my sound is all right. I think I put on 400. I max some. Make una dey hear my voice. First off, Sabasuyi, I see you. Ogbede of Yawo Wade. Mr. Crusoe Rene. Wagi agmenye nest of late comer. I see you. So Mona clap for our Oga of the house, Oga Ogbe. Now he work this Mr. Crusoe package for us because he really like me kuna they hear better thing. My way saga, na truth now we know how to talk. So thank you, Mr. Ogbe. Thank you again. Thank you. All my people say thank you. Our class prefect don't come. Henry, so agbeneni. Names of late comers. So I see you. Mona they like. Mona they like. As soon as they enter, Mona like. Julius, I see you. Elvis, Ibele when they sing. Samson Asoro, I see you. Wade. Waya watie marevenu. Waya lao wa wesi. Wade, we go still sing today after we don't do the program. We try, maybe we not too take. Make Oga just give us, that pounded yam and the goosey soup where we want to chop today. Oja, Mona they like, me want go like, Mona they like. I will catch you now. If you not like, I go catch you now. Oya. Anyone like Mona go like the show. Me want go find myself, make I like him. 24 watching, 35 watching now. I see you, Mona like. The likes don't they go up, 15 likes. Oh yeah, myself, see me for here. Mona like. Oh yeah, I see everybody. Wawa here, ne. The many small, God they come, oh, God they come, oh. Oh God, they come, oh God, they come, oh, I see you, 37. Oh yeah. Wagie la on wagia son adume mana. Ibe megele. Ikpegele rene no do do mo. Wagie. Mona tell me how weekend. We never see Mama Joy. Oh. Faith, I see you now. Down on my youth, my Facebook picking. Oh, now my first picking be that Faith. Yes, sir. Hey, I see you. Not be a those state woman, oh, but because of me, she got interest. She developed interest in whatever I do. She's from I think Makodi. Makodi. But anything where I do for Edo State, she na number one. She did there. Say, mommy, I did do this one because of you. I said, okay, I love you. We are almost there. Oh, we are almost there. We got we don't almost reach. Oh yeah. 49 views. It go be, the likes has to commensurate with whatever our numbers are today. Oh yeah, I see you. Peter Abokia. I see you. We want to bring our chairman in. Chairman, make you remove your put yourself for camera. We want to bring our chairman in. Next thing weka Abokia. Thank you so much. We're going to bring our chairman now, Mr. Crusoe. Welcome back to Edo Pride TV. Welcome back to the show. Today we have a very, very important conversation lined up with a distinguished guest. We now know his name, Mr. Crusoe. We call that honorable. Mr. Crusoe Osage is the former special advisor to Godwin Obaseki, governor of Edo State from 2016 to 2024. I get on now. A seasoned journalist, a political analyst, and the key voice in Edo State's public affairs. With his deep understanding and governance, security, and digital infrastructure, he's here to help us unpack the informatics and security challenges currently affecting Edo State, our dear state. So without further ado, let's bring in Mr. Crusoe to the stage. Mr. Crusoe to the stage. Welcome, Oga of the house.
Come, Madam Awesio. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show today.
Thank you, sir. How is the family, sir?
The family is very well, we thank God.
Thank you. Your mic is good. We can hear you very well. Thank you. Austin Obokia, White Obokia. Today, sir, we get many package for you, but we go just package them into one, so that before you enter, when they talk about them, make we play some video for you. We dey face many challenges. Edo State, in particular, our own state has been facing growing security concerns. I don't know what you think about the factors contributing to all these situations. There have been reports of increased violence, kidnappings, and unrest. How well do you think the government has handled these challenges at the package? And how do you respond to critics who believe the security situation is politically motivated or being exaggerated? Cybersecurity. What role does digital infrastructure play in addressing those security challenges? So I have videos for you, but I don't know. Do I play the videos first, or do you jump into it? Which one?
Yeah, well, whichever one is okay. I can quickly just lay a background or a foundation of some for my response.
Okay.
There's been a complete dereliction of the duty of chief executive by the current person sitting in the position of governor in Edo State as at today.
Mm-hmm.
So when there is no leadership, naturally what happens is that everybody begins to take the laws into their own hands. So in Edo State, as we speak, there is no leadership. So because there is no leadership, different segments of the society is falling apart. The security is falling apart. The civil service is falling apart. The emergency response is falling apart. The infrastructure and the flood management is falling apart. Every segment of the country is falling. It's just like a family. When the father and the mother, who are the leaders of the home, when they become, uninterested in the, in this well-being of the home, they're not present, they don't come home, or they don't come on time, they don't care whether the children have eaten or not, whether they went to school that day or not. After a while, all the children will begin to go their own way. They begin to do whatever whatever it is that they think is right. So the primary challenge we're having in Edo today is there is a vacuum in the place of the seat of power in Edo State. The person who is currently governor in Edo State is completely oblivious of what it takes to be governor, or what he requires as governor, what he needs to do as governor. And I'll paint another picture. Also, when somebody is given a role that is, that he's not qualified for. For example, if you have a 15-year-old son or a 13-year-old son, you suddenly wake up and say, Zaume, Dario, warrior head of this home, you are the one that will be deciding what we do in this house. Yes. All the money, all the income that comes to that home, or 13 years old. A chocolate or can you hear there?
It's exactly because that's where his brain.
Because that's where it's exactly what's going on in Edo State. So that's the foundation I'd like to lay. Maybe you want to show the videos.
I have some short videos to show you. Okay. One of them was sent by you, and this is recent, according to you.
Just today.
So yes, I'll play Jared Stenebe's video. I know I don't like him, but I'll play it.
No problem.
So sit back, guys. Next year we can book and fete yasa. Oh wait, say kakabo. You see, my pikin don't they speak Bini? Thank God. Okay, so let's play this video. Please sit back.
Oh man, it's like fire, Lucky Way. Opposite St. Patrick. Opposite St. Patrick, as in Avenue Life, Lucky Way. We not get this thing for those states. People where they all fire. Oh man, see laundry store. Can't go some carry my customer cloth.
Laundry guy now. Wait, my juice here.
Can't go some carry my clothes, my customer cloth to Agbada, 5 Agbada, but we give laundry. My can't go some collect them. Jesus. Oh man, people start they go down. Oh, hey Jesus. Maybe I did the heat, it touched me like say I near the fire. They go there also. No firefighter. No firefighter. This is the extent they go. So road safety the day and nobody will do anything. No. God help, oh God help.
There's no way you can do this with a road safety or whatever. We need the fire extinguisher, and we need the fire truck. 911. I waited that they call them for us 311 or so. Make it come do them. But we don't have this fire service. We don't have anything. And there's another video by Tenebe. Then we put them together. This is okay. I'll just play it before I say anything.
I want to bring the attention of Edo people and Nigeria to the shenanigan of the PDP in the state. We have watched with dismay how the divided party has continued to peddle falsehood and lies through their teeth about the state of insecurity. We have it on record that the PDP is behind recent kidnappings and other forms of insecurity in Edo State. Those PDP touts and thugs who killed a policeman at the airport before the governorship election and behind the current security mayhem. The firearms purchased for them by the administration of former Governor Godwin Obaseki are still with them. They are using these arms to kidnap people and make Edo ungovernable. We urge the various security agencies to go after these PDP leaders, sponsoring these criminals, and bring them to justice. We have Francis Inekbeneki, Osarode Ogie, Tony Azegbemi, Aswe Godalo, and Godwin Obaseki, among others who are the sponsors of these criminals. Already, Governor Monday Okpewolo has signed some critical bills into law. Today, cultists who hitherto had a free ride in Edo State are on the run. Those involved in kidnapping are hiding and on the run too. Governor Okpewolo has taken other bold steps.
But anyways, before you jump in, sir, I have been thinking when I see Jared Stenebe's video, I'll be like, okay, is he delusional? But today, after watching that video, I make bold to say Jared is delusional.
Jared is a criminal, it's just, unfortunately, Nigeria today is being managed by criminals. Just look at everybody who is in a major place of authority in Edo today. There's been one form of criminal allegation in the past against them or not, or the other. If you Google Jared Tenebe's name now and Google Jared Tenebe / crude oil theft, you find that Jared Tenebe, I think it was in 2014, he was arrested by the police and I think Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and the allegation was that he was involved in stealing crude oil, and it was a very big case at that time, so he was arrested, he was detained, I think was even tried for that theft of crude oil. I would after this show, I will send you reports in major Nigerian newspapers where he was where he was actually apprehended and taken into custody for theft of crude oil. So when you have such a, and then there's another work that everybody knows him for. I don't want to say that here because I don't have proof. And the one I have proof for is one I just said, that he was arrested for stealing crude oil and those kinds of things. I have that one. That one is inside the internet. It was published in major newspapers, Vanguard and the rest of them at that time when it happened. But there's a major allegation against him too, that he's involved in another very popular scheme of fraud that goes on in Nigeria. I don't have proof for that, so I won't go into details with respect to that. When you have such a person coming into a state and then placed in a position of authority, what do you expect? You don't expect integrity. You don't expect truth. You don't expect, what you expect to see is lies, it's tricks, barefaced lies, irresponsible lies. Imagine the statement he was just reading. He was reading the statement and the way his face was, he appeared as if he even believed it. But even a child in primary 6, I'm sure my son in primary 6 can listen to that statement and ask a few questions, which will make you understand that this fellow is just an idiot. So such is the calamity that we find ourselves in Edo today. Unfortunately, whether we like it or not, these are the sorts of elements that are responsible for administering the state where our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, ourselves, where we live. If you go to Benin City today and you drive through Ring Road, you're going to have your heart in your mouth, praying to God that one of the hoodlums will not stop you and start beating you up. If you go to Ipoba, the same thing. I hear that it has extended to all other parts of Edo State now, even in Asa and all that the Agberos are taking over. Beating up commuters, beating up taxi drivers, beating up bus drivers, beating up, all kinds of terrible things happening in Edo State. And it is so because the people who currently handle the administration of the state are criminals. Most of them are criminals. If you go into into the background of all of these people. Is it the very president of the country? The very president of the country is allegedly a jailbird, allegedly someone who had gone to jail before in the United States of America.
Forfeited $460,000.
You get the point. So when criminals lead a society, then you don't expect any action of integrity to evolve or emanate out of that society. So that's the tragedy of what we face in Edo State today. So with respect to the allegations that he made, they are completely false. Edo is in 6s and 7s. Edo is in chaos. From Ovia Southwest, Ovia Northeast, all the way to Bubaoka, all the way down to Umude, down to Esan, all the way up to Okpekpe in Esako side, and then down to Onwa, and then to Esako West, where Oshomole is from. It is chaos. People are dying daily. Kidnappers are having a field day. They are going about grabbing people from their homes. Fulani herdsmen have, infiltrated all the forests. They are harassing women, raping and killing. As we speak, not less than 150 people have died in Edo in the last 30 to 40 days. Not less than 150 people, including heads of vigilante, all kinds of people are being killed, maimed, murdered, slaughtered. In Ovia Southwest, they just go from farm shed to farm shed, and they just slaughter people and kill them. As it is happening in the cities, that's how it's happening in villages. People are dying, people are being maimed, people are being killed, and they come to national television and start to talk about PDP sponsoring insecurity. And so because they have no response to it, they don't know what to do. They're not interested in solving the problem. They don't feel the pain that the people are feeling. So they leave the people to their own devices, and they continuously cause chaos in the system, and the people are suffering, people are dying, people are being killed, people are being maimed, and it means nothing to them. As I speak to you today, Okpewolo draws 750 million naira monthly. I repeat,
security votes. I was coming to that.
750 million naira monthly as a security vote. That is approximately $500,000 US every month. Approximately $500,000 US every month. He's supposed to use it to ensure that there's security. But people are still dying up till this minute. People are still being killed and maimed up till this minute. People are still being abducted and kidnapped up till this minute. All he does is just jumps on a private jet, flies to Abuja, and starts moving from one office to the other in Aso Rock, trying to get Tinubu to help him manipulate the tribunal judgment so that they will rule in his favor. That's all he has been doing in the last 30 days.
So, sir, before you continue, this allegation, an allegation of this magnitude, that Tenebe does not even have any proof. Is he allowed to just go on air and start blabbing without retribution? No consequences?
Yeah, well, when it's politics, it's difficult, to hold all these people to account. But that is not to say that where the PDP has not taken them to court. Tenebe, as we speak, is facing a 500 million naira lawsuit from
Aso Ighodalo. He keeps repeating the offense.
It's also a testament of the integrity of the institutions that run the system. If you are living in the United States or living in Canada or living in England, and you make these kinds of, claims against an individual, the person will go to court and seek redress. The court will have no respect for anybody. It will rule on account of the evidence before it. And whoever is responsible for defamation will bear the brunt of the law, and the person will pay severely for it. But what happens in Nigeria? In their opinion, they control the courts, they control police, they control DSA, they control everything, they control the National Assembly. Look at the recent state of emergency declared by the president in Rivers State.
Oh.
You know, and then look at how it was handled in the National Assembly. You know, they were supposed to have 2/3 majority of the members of the House of Assembly, you know, support that declaration before it becomes sacrosanct. But how did they get 2/3? By voice vote. How do you get 2/3 majority by voice vote? 2/3 majority is a figure.
By head count.
To get a figure, you're supposed to count and say, okay, how many people are in the Senate? We say there are 109 people, members of Senate. Okay, or the 109 members of Senate, how many support the declaration of a state of emergency? You calculate. Then you calculate the number. How many people will make 2/3 of 109? You, if those who in support say, hey, is that how you calculate? You can't calculate 2/3 by
Even when
voice.
they say nay, he crush it. He just crushed
You
it.
can't people. How do you know the number of people who are saying nay and the number of people who are saying yay? You can't. Or eyes. You can't know the number unless the people come out and vote. If you watch the assemblies in developed nations, when things like this are about to be done,
The debate.
every constituent will come one by one and make his choice and say, so and so from so and so constituency, I vote yes.
Argument.
And then at the end of the day, we count the number of yeses, count the number of no's, and then calculate whether that number reaches or matches the amount required to make that law pass. And then they pass it if it matches. If it doesn't match, they decline it. So when all the institutions that govern the sanity within a democratic system are completely paralyzed, this is what you get.
Oh my God. It is paralyzed. That's the word.
This is what you get.
It's paralyzed. This is just not moribund anymore. It has died.
It's paralyzed. It's finished.
It has
It's
died.
finished. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria is making frantic effort to move backwards when other countries are pushing hard to go forward. We are making efforts to move backwards. We sometimes you go backwards even though you don't want to. Maybe because of circumstances beyond your control. We are talking. What I'm saying is, it's so bad that we are making efforts. In cases where we could have even gone forward, they will say our leaders say no, we don't want to go forward. We want to go backwards instead. Look at the judiciary. Look at the police. Look at the education. Look at every segment of Nigerian society. The government appears to be making frantic effort to move the state and the country backwards.
You got it.
Move the country backwards.
Got it.
Such is a challenge with insecurity in Edo State. Anybody who lives in Edo will tell you. You have relatives, you have friends.
Yes, of course.
Grandparents, and just call them and ask them when it is 5 p.m. because your life is in danger after 6 p.m. in the evening. There's nobody to call. There's no question of something nearly happened to me. Call. During our administration, we established a very elaborate command and control center in the government house. In that command and control, 739 was the number. 739. If you dial 739, depending on what your problem is, if it is fire like that fire you saw just now.
Yes, there's no fire service.
We have at least 5 fire trucks in Benin City. But a mommy or not here a system na here 739 or even 2 numbers. I think the second one is 112. Yes, 112 and 739. And our TV is administration 112 739. Where TA we had operators running the command and control center 24/7, 8-hour shifts, 3 shifts per person. We have headphones and their mouthpieces sitting in front of their computers. There's a massive screen across the wall showing the different parts of the city. Then a Lucky Way there is fire in Lucky Way. dial 739. There's fire Lucky Way. They will zoom straight into Lucky Way.
Wow. Just like
And then,
here. Just like here.
oh,
Once you
then-
call, they are there.
yes, and then they will ring the fire truck that is processed, because the fire trucks are distributed across the state, across the city. You know, there's one on Ring Road. There's a different location. They're not Ring Road or Sikeva. Say, oh yeah, as they call 739 call the closest fire truck and say, please rush to Lucky Way. There's fire going on. In less than 15 minutes, a fire truck is saved. That's when I do it. That was all Obaseki. But what did Oshoko do when he came? He destroyed it. A French government, or you go to Obaseki Yahweh, emergency response in Ghana. The French government gave us 300,000 euros.
Yes.
300,000 euros.
A lot.
We implemented that emergency service and did it so well. They were now ready to give us an extra 3 million euros last month. No, 2 weeks ago. 3 million euros in it.
So he doesn't want them to, he doesn't want any consultants.
No, that when the people who implemented, we had to get some specialists who implemented that program that led to the 739 one kind of that 300,000 euros in Ariere. I established it. I mean, a French people in the established it, and they saw how well it was functioning. They now increased. They now wanted to scale. If they wanted to increase the space. He had to approve 3 million euros 2 weeks ago, and then he go ready. He had even implemented any other sign. He had spread the hair across the entire state. We don't do that. We implemented this program, the pilot phase, with this organization. We can't just change. And we know he said he was ready to. If they don't want him to bring his own person, they can leave. They can rest.
Oh.
So the emergency response, as we speak in Edo today, is lying prostrate. That is why you are seeing that fire. Nobody can question why. Because the system is
down.
We know you have emergency response. If you have security, we know you have security. If you have civil service, we know you have civil service. If you have GIS, we know you have GIS. If you have fiscal planning, we know you have fiscal planning. If you have transportation money, every segment of Edo State as we speak today lays prostrate. The only thing that matters to them today is politics.
Abuja. It's
politics. That's all. That's all that matters.
Sometimes you wonder, my brother, what is in Monday's head? Is it to come and destroy Edo? Because I know that, okay, he's getting some very bad, useless advice from his chief, from his godfather.
Godfather, yes. Yes.
Yes, like if they send you to go and jump inside fire, you see that burning fire just now, because your godfather sent you to jump into it. Sometimes you will think what is in Monday's head? I know that his godfather is pushing him.
A Monday we governor there.
No what do zage doa.
A Monday what day he fell on his lap. He just saw an opportunity. He saw a large number of godfathers who were fed up of an Obaseki who was not ready to be controlled by anybody.
Yes.
And on account of that, he pulled himself forward. When he saw that, which is why we must constantly reprimand these our leaders. We must constantly remind them. Urogide. These are supposed to be people even who are even from like Isaiah Urogide. These are people who are even supposed to be from responsible backgrounds. You get my point?
Those South leaders.
For them to imagine an Urogide, for example. How can somebody like Urogide, I know him very well, I know him all the way to his ancestry. You know, how can Urogide stand today and say he participated in enthroning somebody like Okpewolo as governor of Edo State? How does it sound? No way, governor. Does it make sense? Look at you, look at yourself, look at your pedigree as a person. Look at someone like Pastor Zagi Yamu. He's from a very established family in Edo State. How can Osage Ezeamu be proud today now, beat his hand on chest, say we enthroned Mondope Daft, a complete nincompoop, a complete illiterate, or no man even will he not be ashamed of himself to say that? Osage Ezeamu tried twice to be governor of Edo State. Hetoma qualify, or Kabo qualify, but it's just that Obaseki qualifies. So yes, that's the truth. Just that Obaseki is more qualified than
the way he
but he's qualified. But a governor normal see your ball in Yamu. When he qualifies, a governor normal see your ball amune or normal finish the premises. So you see the irony in our state. As we speak today in Edo State, the number of people who are more qualified than Okpewolo to be governor is almost the entire population of Edo State.
You are
that question. I'm sure your daughter in a secondary school can do a better job than Okpewolo.
Of course, anybody with brain, with head
can do a better job than Okpewolo. So it's so unfortunate, it's so painful to now sit back and watch a complete illiterate, somebody who knows absolutely nothing about governance, now taking the destiny of over 4 million people into his hands.
Yes.
That is the crisis that we face in Edo State. And like I said, that crisis traverses every segment. Emergency response, maybe target security. No, go into Edo GIS. The same thing.
Before we go there, sir. Before we go there, we're going to go there. That's the next one. I just want to appreciate my my guest, in the comment section.
Okay, please go ahead.
There's one guy anyway, Inner Eye or Semi-Gay.
Inner Eye is my very good program. Edo Broadcasting Service.
Yes, anytime.
He's a very good friend. Very good friend.
Inner Eye, Oga Crusoe is saying hi. Where are you? Say hi back. Inner Eye, Twawe. Why say Clarence Bells, I see you. Eunice, I see your comment say no gate. Waya Bokia Kenneth. Like a program, subscribe and like. If you are new here, please do subscribe. If you are not, if you are my oldies, like the program. Ogbede Oviawe Ibege Wenesi. Wabokia. Eric. Ambassador. Orietato Barene. Wese. Wabokia. If I haven't called you, I love you. Okmama say. Wayabokia. Nesi Eweka. His Royal Highness Ibie. Oh wow, that's a beautiful name. Welcome to the program. So we are moving on, sir. We are going to go down now into the GIS. A data Monday because so everything is down. Everything, the GIS, Edo GIS, Edo Nenemi, Emi Yawaroto. I want you to talk about it and then tell us what he should do. I think maybe his people should be watching. What he should do to revive this? Because
first and foremost, let me first explain what we did with respect to digital governance in Edo State. Good. When we came into Edo State, where we file, when I adult in you now we so a civil servant are we file. On my part to more to Tanya. So and then a building now reconstruct a secretariat complex. A design drawings now we secretariat complex. Well, I amure can define such a gigantic structural government as a responsible institution of state. You're supposed to have the drawings, the designs. We are a registry of the United Kingdom in here. Why United Kingdom you have a drawings with designs here.
Exactly.
They are all stored. But in Edo at that time when we came, it was difficult to find things. Documents could not be found. Everything was scattered. So basically decided that, look, it's no longer effective to keep all these documents in paper, in files and paper. So we now decided to embark on what we call digitization of the entire government system in Edo State, from the civil service all the way to Edo GIS, all the way to fiscal planning and urban development and tax collection, everything. So what did we need to do? Now we realized that we're going to need very massive memory, massive storage. You can have here now store a memory or a data commissioned the construction of a data center. We have a tier 3 or tier 2 data center in government house now on a massive terabytes of memory where you can store data. So implement the digital operation in different, so that at the end of the way, you have a computer now. When so now have a computer, our memory phone. So
Yes.
before you start beginning to say you want to work, do everything in Edo State, digitally, you have to have a place to store it. In my house with that data center, like data center, if it's still in government house today, it's just lying there redundant in government house today. But so after getting that center, we now began to digitize everything. First and foremost, Edo GIS my wife as well.
Yes.
We did a flyover of Edo State, and I mapped Edo State and I computed the map of Edo State with a digital system. Then I map for now to set up a GIS system to make sure we superimpose any mapping in. For example, the motor 100 by 100 the Kenwan Road, the Nigeria, the Edonia. What will happen is we always see okay, we always survey to any. I always survey to any. Where the Edo GIS, they will now take that your survey. They will take the coordinates of that survey and plot it into that map in near take off Edo, near flyover aeroplane, near flyover and snap and digitize the whole map of Edo movie system. We are the 100 by 100 or 100 by 200 anyway. Here I check a coordinate, not the way a map in here can. Here I check I don't get Tony free. I want to buy well. My name is Lady Edith. Okay, this is one year this 100 by 100 admin where okay. Then from there, they register it to you and map it out, superimpose it on the certificate of occupancy, and then pass it to the governor. The governor signs. Once the governor signs, you have that document, document in there, the coordinates of your land or phone. They are when if they are survey where that land belongs to me. Our the system anywhere waladia.
Imagine
you cannot register it anymore. So that's how the GIS was. So from there, all the people were now going to register their different property inside that system. So
GIS.
Up until now, and everybody no want to never do no register any here. We are with a coordinate so talk they had any register because of they can't register.
It's
That was GIS.
Yes.
So a crisis no ite wa redo FFN no te wa bof ya o monya to na wonya to na wonya. It started to die down because everybody had their properties registered. The properties were downloaded into the system. Once you pop up the coordinates into the system, and you anonya la why would you cut to ya? At the end of the day, the judges will refer you back to GIS. I will go and draft that plot and see whose name is there. And you can win a case in because that was
I register in prior.
Because I registered. That is GIS. This man came. The people who were managing the database of the GIS system in Edo State, a fee in a pay every month we already pay. At the end of the day, those ones say, well, there's no way we can continue to run the system without being paid. And that's how the system collapsed. As I speak with you today, the GIS system in Edo State is lying prostrate.
How do Monday not certify the owners of the property, the land?
No, see where they are payment me see of we Edo State see.
So in the past 2 months, frantic effort to bring down the state.
That's what GIS. That's what GIS.
What I can even think about right now.
Come to civil service. The civil service the Ministry of Infrastructure, Akia Sukbo, no the Kubahil. Akia okay, I'm with file. Want to that money the memo to request for us to fix that road. I'm with Bene Amugi, Permanent Secretary of Infrastructure, Ogmo, Oni Mugi, Commissioner approve, Commissioner Mugi, Governor Amugi SSG approve, SSG Mugi, Governor approve, okay, on my way, we call it for consult for contractors to bid. Contractors will bid, Amway file. But after a while, I said with Nini, your panoma your way if a Yamari contractor near or Yamari go near or the way if I go and bring it. Our mammy, where is it? We submitted it in the office of Nini. I check it's not there. Where is it? They start looking for it. What did we do? We established what we called eGov. Edo State Digital Governance. What do we do in eGov? Everybody know eGov. Here login details. So while in government, then once I get to the office, as special advisor media, I go into my eGov portal. I log in. Then let's assume we're more commissioner of or permanent secretary infrastructure. A memo in electronic governance here, excellency, we need to fix it. Kindly let us fix it. You write through the commissioner. Commissioner look at it and say, this is really good. Commissioner will also log into his eGov because we're sending again. Internal email, but very secured. Only sign it when you excellency, okay, now a commissioner pass it to SSG. SSG will check out your excellency. I think this is good for us to do. Oh boy, governor will check the eGov.
And wherever you are, it's so convenient. You could work
remotely. Once the governor approves it, it goes to tender board. Tender board, say tender. All the tenders are filed electronically into eGov. At the end of it, from tender, it comes to ESCO. ESCO now approve. Okay, approve from ESCO. It goes to Treasury. Treasury prepares payment, and Treasury pay. Everybody who has business with that project can sign into it, and that's how it was with infrastructure. It don't have the environment, it don't have the communication. So whatever you want to do, just do. But today, they have packed it up. They have refused to continue the process. Now, all the technical support, supported the system. Disengage here. Today, they are back to carrying files from office to office.
Oh my goodness. Sir, I remember saying Wadima. Statement of Bani, where how do you expect? I saw this statement just now.
Mhm.
How do you expect? Put it on the screen. All these things you have explained, how would you expect an illiterate like Monday to understand things like this? Okay, your thoughts, sir.
It's exactly what we've been saying. You see, all these things I've explained, even somebody not yes CUSOE, no Micah, someone who went to school but has not been exposed to the use of technology, we even find it a little bit difficult. Not to talk of somebody who's a complete illiterate.
But if you find it difficult, you're going to have your cabinet. You're going to have people to also teach you.
No, but the question is, who are those people? Look around Okpebolo today. Tell me one intelligent person around him that you know.
Oh Lord,
There's none. There's none. You get it? So okay. When Manasseh governor, what did we do? We packed all civil servants to John Odi Public Service Academy, and train the people on how to use it, how to, then they leave here. I can't really leave. I can't government. I just go to my leave memo, a leave module. I go to my leave module, I open it. I show days in a year to take for leave. 30 days. Okay, we are here 10. I want to take 10 days leave. Apply for 10 days leave and send to the governor. My memos go straight to the governor for approval. The governor approved the 10 days leave. It comes back to me. When I open that portal again, that leave module again, I will see 20 days left. So I get fear why you my leave in
I beg again, we are logging.
And then one 30 days in ifo. When you try to open your leave portal again for that year, because you're finished your leave.
Yeah.
You're finished your leave. See you next year again. By next year, it uploads again and you have another 30 days.
Why can't we just follow this thing? Why?
So this is what we had. But unfortunately, is making so that's why I started by saying that while other countries of the world, other people are making effort to move forward, we are not just trying to stay in one place. We're actually making efforts to move backwards. That is our situation.
I'm stay in one place in okay.
Okay, then I will say, I want to tell you,
by force.
By force.
By fire, by
so that is where we are in Edo State today. A children in a Monterey school, a tab, a teachers, na teacher. Or tell me second, I have tabs anywhere for 2018. Give tabs in the teachers. Tabs or even computers in there. It looks like a tab like this. Teachers, all the curriculum, everything, their attendance inside that tab.
Yes, sir. Sir, so sorry, sir. My guest in the comment section, they are so where we can understand the whole Bini. Okay,
so yeah, I'll go back to English. No. So sorry, I thought most of us here are Benin's. Now I'm saying I'll go over everything I said before. Yes, I'll go over it again. Now, Edo State was re-established as a digital state, a state that is run on a digital platform. What Governor Obaseki did when he found that there were missing files everywhere, nobody could find. For example, wanted to revamp the secretariat complex. The governor requested for the drawings and the designs for secretariat complex on Sapele Road, and they couldn't find them. They have to piece them together from different. So the governor said this is no longer effective. So what did we do? The governor first established a tier 3 data center, which has very massive memory. To store the data that the government was not going to lay on it. And from there, the government Obaseki now began to digitize every segment of the state. We started with the Edo Geographical Information Service. Okay. Edo Geographical Information Service. That's what Edo GIS means. Which means
Information Service. Geographical
So
information
how did we start that? The governor got these consultants to come from, some of them came from abroad, some of them from Abuja, and then they flew over Edo State and did a digital map of Edo State. I'm sure anybody on this on this platform that knows about geographical information service will know what I'm saying.
Yes,
and then all of these coordinates of Edo State mapped into the system, and then we now open the service for the people to take advantage of it. So, for example, you go and buy a plot of land somewhere, all you need to do is to go and do the survey of that plot of land that you have bought. The survey will give coordinates. Then you bring it to the GIS, pay all the fees you need to pay to government. They log your coordinates into the government system, and that coordinates, the government system already knows what all the other parts of the lands in Edo State are for. If, for example, you go and bring a land that's already designated as a government land, immediately you bring it to GIS. Once they log it in, they're going to tell you, sorry, what you brought is from a forest reserve. We can't register your name to that land. But if it is free, they say, oh yes, this is a free land. Okay, so you bought it, where are your documents for buying it? Okay, fine. Then they register your name to it. If your name is Osagbovo, your name Osagbovo will now be tied to that property inside the GIS system. So tomorrow, if somebody else comes with another, with the same coordinates and says he owns it, once they plot it in, your name Osagbovo is going to pop out. And they're going to tell that person, sorry, this land is already registered to somebody else. You cannot register it again. And if somebody comes to you and say, oh, he's the owner of your land, all you need to do is to take the person, or the person will take you to court. You go to court, take your documents to him, to court. Once the judges see your document, they send it to GIS for verification.
Yes, for verification.
Yes, we chart it and return it to the court and say, according to our records, this land belongs to Sagbovo.
Oh my God.
All the crises in Edo State with respect to land started to die back because of this digital system that we set up. But as we speak today, Okpebholo has refused to renew the contract with the people who provide the support for this service, and it has collapsed.
And he thinks he's witch hunting on Obaseki. Obaseki, he's not here. That's what I want him to see and know.
From GIS, I moved to Eagle. From GIS, I moved to Eagle. As in those days, people will say, you say my file for promotion. They say, we don't see your file.
I don't lose.
It can't happen anymore, because what we did was we set up a portal for anybody in government. So if you are a special advisor media, your profile will be there as special advisor media. If you're a permanent secretary, your profile is there as permanent secretary. If it's time for your leave, all you need to do is to go to the memo for leave and raise it and send it to the concerned ministry. The day you send it will show. If that person does not treat it, it will be sitting on his desk there. The day you raise another memo to query the fact that your file is been sitting in somebody's desk, he cannot deny it's not there, because once you open it, they will see you sent it to him and he arrived at so and so time or so and so day. So nobody can sit on anybody's file, because everything became digital. If you were going on leave, just go to your leave module. Your leave module will show you the number of days in a year you have for leave.
You are allowed.
When I was in government, I had 30 days. There were some lower ranking officials who have 20 days.
Yes.
So to show you have 20 days. If you want to take 5 out of 20 days, apply for 5 days. Send to your superior. Once it is approved, the system will automatically reduce the number of days you have to 15, because you have taken 5.
Oh.
The day you exhaust all your leave days, your leave module is disabled for that year. You can't use the leave module anymore.
The system we use here, sir.
The same thing with budget. In my office as special advisor media to the governor, I had a budget with which I did all my activities. If the governor said, okay, we want to do a campaign on human trafficking, go and draw a media budget, I go there. Maybe I have 300 million that year for campaigns for media. I go and say media campaign for human trafficking, fight against human trafficking. Want to put some adverts in newspapers. Want to put some adverts on television. Want to do X, Y, Z. Total money 20 million. Sent for approval. Governor approves it and then sent to Treasury. Treasury pays it. Once Treasury pays it, my 300 million budgeted for me that year reduces to 280 million because 20 has gone out. The day I exhaust all the money budgeted for my office for that year, I can no longer do any activity anymore.
No.
And also, if anybody wants to know all the things that my office spent all the money to do, is just to go into the system. Click on the approval for this. It will come out. They will check. They can check everything. Oh, he got approval for it. What did he do? Did he retire? Where are the receipts? Are you following me?
Oh, in my answer,
my heart is just bleeding. This was the system that we put in place. But this man came also and said, no, they can no longer be paying to the people who were managing the ERP, and then they shut it down. Today, they are carrying files from office to office.
And they think they are saving money.
They think
they're destroying the system.
They don't really care about the money. I don't think they care. They just don't want it. From what you can see from the explanation I just gave, it makes transparency compulsory.
Yes, you can't hide it anymore. I don't see file. You can't
you can't say you didn't spend money when you spent it.
Oh, just to cover up.
You can't so we will not be whatever good way. If you spent money, it's there, you spent it. You can't hide anything. Government becomes an open book for anybody to see. So these are the challenges we're having. And beyond all of this we're just talking about the digital aspect too. That's what we have been talking about in security. Everything was digitized. And I explained about security before. What we did with security, we were fortunate to get some funding from French government, and the Edo State government also matched the fund. And we implemented an emergency response system. To that 739 and 121. Sorry, 112. 112, 739.
Okay, it's 112.
112 and 739.
911.
112, 739. Whatever your emergency is, if it's a health emergency, they route you to emergency responders for health. If it's a fire emergency, they route you to fire service. If it's a security emergency, they route you to the police or DSS or military. Whatever emergency it is, they route you to this agency that will respond to you. But today, people have destroyed it. No longer exists. And mind you, we've only been out of government for less than 5 months.
Just November here.
November. All this damage has already happened.
So because Obaseki touched it.
All this
damage. I don't want to continue. I heard that the Edo Best now has been scrapped.
That's the tab.
The tab that was to emulate Edo Best.
Yes, that was the tab that I was telling you about.
And Edo State itself now, we are scrapping. What others are emulating.
Lagos State came to emulate it. Lagos called their own after the governor of Lagos State didn't even. That's why I respect that man. He didn't even hide. He said, "Look, Edo has perfected education. I'm going to go and copy it."
Others are coming. The World Bank has even adopted it.
Yes, and then he came, he copied it and called it a co-excel. Are you following me? So, it's what is happening in Edo today is quite unfortunate. It's quite painful.
It is.
Quite painful.
It is. Thank you so much. Thank you, my people. I hope you are following Crusoe. Mr. Crusoe is hitting it on the head, and I don't know, the data thing or Kabo what is stopping, sir, because we are really frantically going back. We are making frantic efforts. I want to keep borrowing that word, frantic effort to go backwards.
It's so bad.
While others are improving.
But by the time when we came to government, you couldn't function anymore as a civil servant without a computer.
Of course. Without a computer. Because that's where you get your data system.
Everybody had a computer. And then if you were in a position that did not allow you to be given a computer device. There were workstations in different ministries. Workstations within different ministries. Workstations within different ministries. Because you could no longer write on paper. No longer write on paper.
This is exactly what we do here. We don't do paper.
Oh,
just log in.
Yeah. Oh, the show, and then editor show. You know, but our people don't want to. They don't want to move forward. They don't want us to move forward, and it's unfortunate. So we talked about security. We talked about DOJI. We talked about civil service. About the civil service. We talked about the emergency response. Just name it. Even security, the same thing.
This is what is really affecting us right now.
Yes. Let me shock you. When we were there, the way Obaseki approached security, first and foremost, identified that security was something that must be handled by the people within the local community. Mm-hmm. So he started to encourage people to volunteer to join what we call the Edo State Security Network. Mm. And what he did was profile these people, take their biometrics, take their details, and then we send them for training in Ogida. Ogida has a police training school in Ogida, police bar. And then we get the DSS, we get the police and the military to train them on data gathering, intelligence gathering, use of firearms, all kinds of training. We trained about 15,000 people. And then what we do after training, so deploy them back to the communities where they are from. People who came from 111 West are deployed back to 111 West. People who came from 111 East, so because it's your place, you know everywhere. And then we equipped them with communication devices. As a member of the Executive Council in Edo State, I had one of those communication devices, a walkie-talkie. That walkie-talkie, even when I'm in Lagos, you can talk to me on that walkie-talkie from Edo State. So if you were in Akoko Edo, in Bobahi, if you were in Ovia Northeast, Ovia Southwest, you had that walkie-talkie. You could ring Benin City immediately. So if there was a kidnapping in Benin, all you need to do is to just go on your walkie-talkie and say Gazelle, if it's the governor you want to talk to. If you want to talk to the Commissioner of Information, you want to talk to Commissioner for Security, everybody had the device. Even the Commissioner of Police, we gave them one. DSS, we gave them
so that
they can communicate. And this was walkie-talkie, so it was you could talk continuously. Internet not good, not they stop them.
No,
there's no GSM, not the work doesn't stop it.
No,
you get it. So these were the things we put. Then we had cameras across. The cameras were so sophisticated that you could pick a pin on the ground
and you see it
across Benin City. Is it Zabayo, or is it Ikubahil, or is it Ubowo? Any place.
God bless Obaseki.
So the question that the people should be asking them: what happened to the cameras? What happened to the screens where they monitor them from?
What is linked to the data system, sir? Right?
Yes, everything, of course. Now,
when they shut the database down, everything goes down.
Because without a heavy data center, you have to. All these things must be stored.
Yeah, you can't connect them.
So and guess what Obaseki even did? All the documents of Edo State, all the way to when we're in Midwest.
We had them gazetted.
We now scanned them and put them in the data center.
Oh, my baby.
So we scanned from all the way from the 60s. All the documents from 60s till now are put in the data center. All the things we did in our government before we set up the data center, before we set up the eGov, we scanned and put in the center, in the system.
My goodness, sir.
So if you were looking for a file or anything that happened, as long as it had not been damaged before we set up that data center, we have scanned it. It's there. Ministry of Fiscal Planning, Ministry of Education. So unlike Oshomole's time, when Oshomole said, oh, they burned Ministry of Education, therefore I cannot find my primary school result. You won't see that one. You won't see that anymore. That one can't happen anymore. Because apart from the data center, it's in the cloud.
Yes, it's in the cloud. Well, when you go a computer, it's in the cloud. Oh my God, sir.
This is what we did in Edo. This is what we did in Edo. Apart from numerous investments, so investments now became easy. Because imagine yourself now, you live abroad. If you wanted to come and set up a business in Edo at that time, it would be easy. Why? Once you come, you will need a land, Abi.
Yes.
All you need to do is to go to GIS
and go see if that land is
and then you know whether the land is okay. You'll be able to quickly pay for it. You need a plan to design your house. You go to fiscal planning and say, I need you to approve my building plan. They will approve your building plan. It will be in the system.
Hey.
You will say, this place is insecure. They will tell you, oh, your place is secure. If you have any crisis, call 739 or 112. So will it not be easier for an investor to come in? To be easier.
Yes.
Compared to when those. So that's how investors flooded into the state. And under Obaseki, we brought in oil palm producers. There are people who plant palm trees, oil palm. Oil palm plantation. Edo State became the largest place under oil palm cultivation in West Africa. They
don't even talk about anything good. We inherited it.
We brought in two oil refineries. The third one has just been approved. Obaseki was working on it before we left. They have just approved the third refinery. Ethanol plants where you process from cassava to food grade ethanol. Two huge ones in Edo State before we left. Just name it. We brought in a 5-star hotel. The ShopRite that Shomole was struggling to do for all we brought in a mall. Benin City Mall.
Only brought a signboard for us.
They brought a signboard.
A sign, yeah. ShopRite is coming.
So I cannot sit here and say we solved all the problems that they do have. That would not be correct.
It's not doable, sir. In one
that would not be correct. But we did a lot.
Yes.
All we just needed was for another person to come on board and continue
and build on it.
If we got another person like Aswe Godalo to continue and build on it in another 8 years, Edo would have left Nigeria behind. That was Obaseki. That was his vision. That was our vision. Our vision was, okay, even though Nigeria is falling apart, we don't have to fall apart with them.
Yes.
We can build a wall around ourselves. We can provide our own security. We can develop our own economy. We can do our own emergency response. We can do our own fire service. We can do our own education system. Look, before we left government, people were
way ahead.
People were leaving on those states to come and go to school in Benin.
Benin City.
College of Nursing. We transformed College of Nursing to the best in Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
College of Health Technology. College of Agriculture, just name it. All of them were transformed to what, if you see our College of Nursing, people were coming from everywhere
to attend that school.
To apply to attend the school. College of Health Technology, the same thing. College of Agriculture, the same thing. Polytechnics, those State Polytechnic who said the same thing. The governor brought a policy that all tertiary institutions should work towards being self-sustaining. You collect school fees, you generate revenue, you have to raise the amount of money that will be sufficient to run your institution. So there was a lot that was done, but these people are
they just destroyed it. Under how many months?
One after the other, destroying it.
Just for hatred's sake.
And for foolishness.
But the people are suffering. Obaseki is no longer there. They keep talking about
yes.
Obaseki.
Oh, people are suffering. I can tell you that for free.
Suffering. It's biting
People
them hard.
Oh, people are suffering. People are suffering. And you know why it's very painful? It's painful because the people are really not to blame. Honestly, the people came out in spite of the challenges they were facing, in spite of difficulty. They came out and they voted for CUSOE Godalo.
Yes, they did. That's why I stopped saying it's good for Unana vote for him. They did not.
They didn't
Just
vote
like
for
people
him.
at the top, we did not vote for him.
They didn't vote for him.
No.
They didn't vote for him. So it's just that they stole the election from the people.
And gave it to
So that's why we have to constantly pray to God to help liberate the people. Because the people actually did not choose this
calamity.
Yes, they didn't choose it.
Monday is a calamity.
They didn't choose Monday. They didn't.
Sir. So, sir, we're almost at the end of the show where people can call in quickly and talk to you. But before we just get into there, my people, una not like these people wait 200 and something we have here. The likes are less than 100. Waiting now, they wait for not forget. Okay. Now I'm reminding you. Please go and press the like button. If you are new here, our tradition is if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Subscribe to this channel and like. And if you also want to gift us this platform, write down on your button there, on your right hand button, you see a little box which you can go there and gift. Say, oh, Area Mama, you're doing a good job for your platform. Thank you very much. So as we go on, sir, one last question. I've had a lot of calls since yesterday, since the coup d'etat happened in Rivers State, which I'm going to take you a little, wide. Since the coup d'etat happened in Rivers State by Tinubu and his goons, Tinubu, Wike and their goons and their cabinet. So now, the many calls, like if I have to sum it into one sentence, they said they were already building hope. You recall that Mr. Pedro came, Dr. Pedro came the other day, and he just kind of gave us, a new hope that we should not worry about this interim, this quiet or whatever, this silence in the court. We should not worry about it. We should be confident that we are getting what we deserve. Now, the call of yesterday and today, even some are writing it here. I could see Clarence's comment that the little hope that we had due to yesterday's coup d'etat, that hope now is washed away. That we may not get verdicts, our own in the court again.
Yes.
What's your thought?
Well, now we have a very unique case in the court. Probably probably no election petition has ever been like the type that CUSOE Godalo and his lawyers took to the court this time. It's completely different from normally when people are going to court for election matters, they go to court to say, APC rigged us or PDP rigged us. But that's not what we took to the court this time. What we took to the court was we had a perfect election, but for the fact that INEC collated the result. And we showed the proof. INEC itself gave us the documents to prove that they did not collate well. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. I'm saying
but
that
Tinubu is able to do this coup d'etat.
So I will get there. I will get there.
Sir.
So we have a unique case in court. It is clear. It's difficult to. It's not a case where it's not a matter of second guessing or guessing. It's a clear case in court.
Okay.
So, but you have a point by saying that from what we have seen now with respect to what happened in Rivers State, we have reasons to be worried.
Yes, because
and indeed, we have reasons to be worried. But we are still keeping hope alive because we know that what the case we took to court is so vivid that if they tamper with it, it's going to reinforce the crisis that is brewing in Nigeria.
Okay.
Are you following me now?
Yes, sir. Now, because I know that CTC does not change.
Yes. Now look at Nigeria. Yes. Nigeria is teetering on the edge of a revolution. I'll repeat that. Nigeria is teetering, is dancing on the
Yes.
edge of a revolution.
That is the only way to save us. It will bear this drug lord.
You will see them now. You know, say you go they do something, go be like say they matter until the day when it go explode.
It go burst.
It gets some women. It gets some women, they are so kind, they are so nice. Their husband go they misbehave, they go they treat them anyhow. Go carry another woman. He go see her and go say, husband, why are you doing this? The man go say, go, it's not, he go talk lie, he go go bring money come, the woman go manage, One day, I've seen such women, they'll just turn their back
and pack their
and go beg them. They'll say, I've had enough. I've seen it happen many times.
Yes.
You see, the same woman. The woman used to be very tolerant, very quiet, you say, I've seen it happen many times. So men who have those kinds of wives, they will be begging. They will not be going to beg, please, I want my wife to come. You say, I'm not coming back. I'm done. That is how Nigeria is today. We are like that. The people of Nigeria are like that quiet wife, that gentle wife. When they quiet, my husband go they misbehave, go they do this, go do that, they go miss up around. The woman go just they quiet, they look and the man will call it one stage where he could feel that nothing will happen. I can do whatever I like and get it until one day. And we are teetering on the edge of that revolution. If they tamper with a Edo election, it will be another step towards that revolution. If it will not be the final step. If it will not be the final step. So that is the assurance that I have. I am sure that if they tamper with the Edo elections, they have tampered with justice.
Okay.
And just the same way Nigeria is in turmoil today saying, no, this is bad, it will be another wave of turmoil. But you never know the day you will step into chaos. And I'm advising the judiciary. And you should understand that it is only one step that will take you beyond the point of redemption. And that one step may just be the Edo election. So they must do what is right and prevent Nigeria from degenerating into chaos and crisis. So that's what I'm saying. Conclusion is that we have a solid case which we know we must win. And if they tamper with the case out of politics, they may throw Nigeria into turmoil. That's what
I just hope so. Thank you, sir. I just hope so. Please, I don't want to draw this clock too far. But one last one. Una hear wetin Oga Crusoe talk so. Some people argue, sir, that all these achievements of Obaseki, these numerous, uncountable achievements, the world didn't know about it on time. Why were you guys so silent? I don't want to say docile. Why were you guys so silent about it? That it only now God only used the Apostle Yunosa to now start talking, but it looked like it was too late. People already moved away from Omawe Mirokpa.
But what are they saying today?
They can't do anything again. But I'm just talking to our masses.
So the reason why I said that, the reason why I'm saying that is because the people were the ones who should change themselves. I'll take the analogy back to the husband and wife matter that I talked about before. It's like a woman who married a very generous man. The man will pay children's school fees. He will bring money for food. He will make sure the house is comfortable. He will pay for this. He will give money for that. But some women will say, hey, what we, until the day they lose that kind of man. Or they go and try another relationship. They will not begin to say, all these things. So what happened was that Edo people, it's not like they didn't know, but then not people were using this GIS.
They were using it.
We signed almost 40,000 CFOs. And then those are people, they don't have relatives. What about the schools that were doing the schools that were doing enjoying Edo best? Were they not children from homes? We have approximately 300 and something thousand or 400,000 children in primary schools. Are those not children from homes? Did they not know that they were doing it? What about the plantations? I don't know people working there. What
Yes.
about the refineries? Were there not people working there? What about the ShopRite and the mall? People see it every day. But the Secretariat complex, the gov, were there not people working in civil servants working there? But the problem Edo people had was that they were like the spoiled wife who was married to a very generous husband. But because she felt that the grass is always greener on the other side, she did not carry her husband well. Now the husband don't fall come up for in hand. They don't see wicked man. If I tell you the agony in the civil service today,
it's a lot.
The civil servants are in agony.
Pain. Yeah, we are equipment. Not a secretariat. We are climb based.
It's hospitals here. Now they are. So that is why they are now looking back and say, oh. So to answer your question, it's not like the people did not know Obaseki did a lot of work. They were just being spoiled.
Or was it that the propaganda were left before the truth started coming?
Propaganda is only able to stand when the people are gullible. So
some
the people
of us
allow
are gullible. Some.
Yes, now the people allow themselves to, see your phone no there. Arata Obaseki my head going way, but may I see your phone no there. Not me 13 month salary. But me 13th month. Or someone who's using e-gov who used to write piece of paper before. When he sees that somebody is saying bad about Obaseki, he won't say, but he's done this. That was, the complacency was from the people. The people felt like, what did he do? But unfortunately, they have now seen the opposite, and now they are not able to. That's why they are now saying, "Oh my God, he did so much," because they are now seeing the opposite. The opposite number now is dealing with us. They are beating us in Ring Road, fighting our mothers, beating our children, fighting our brothers that are drivers. Ring Road where you used to just walk into anyhow you like. Now when you want to go to Ring Road, you arrange yourself well. Because you know that today they fit slap me for Ring Road, Ebo Stone and his boys, or Kabaka and his boys, or No Molest and his boys, or Shaba and his boys. The question that some people are asking now, where were these people? Where was No Molest when Obaseki was there? Where was Shaba when Obaseki was there? Where was Tony Kabaka when Obaseki was there? Where was Ebo Stone? Where were all these good laws? Because of law and order that the man put on the ground. Mm-hmm. So I rest my case by saying that I don't think Obaseki's government was silent. There was a lot of propaganda and the people allowed themselves to be deceived.
Okay. My people who now don't hear. Sir, one tickle one. I don't know this kind of question where they come my head. Now we pray that Aswe takes back his mandate, the mandate that we gave him. If he were to come back again, what would you do differently?
Oh, number one, I even sent a message to him not long ago. I pray that they give him his mandate, but his job is going to be very hard. Because right now,
very difficult for you guys, the informative information department.
Yes.
You guys deal on informatics.
It's not a given that I must work in Aswe's government. Aswe will have to invite me first to come and work with him before I work with him.
Let's say,
yeah, we will continue to work hard. We will continue to work hard for the people, because at the end of the day, it is what the people are able to benefit from the government that is more important than propaganda.
Exactly. Okay.
So we will continue to work for the people. So, for example, Edo GIS was very big in Edo South. Aswegudalo will make sure it goes bigger in Edo Central and Edo North. Investments came at a certain level. We ensure that it becomes more. The truth is that if we work hard enough for our people, it gets to a point. Okay, let me put it like this. The reason why people are able to call out Okpewolo today is because they have seen a better government in the past.
Yes.
That's why they're able to say, no, now, this is not how we work. We don't work with fires now. We work on legal. I know now. We don't work with, we go to GIS. I know now. You know, when you have seen better, you are able to say this is not good enough.
It's not good enough.
So if by the grace of God, as we go down that comes, my advice is going to be for him to dig in and work hard for the
He's
people.
going to work double hard now because
Yes, for the people.
Monday, so he's going to start from
now.
the one again.
Let me conclude that question like this. In Canada or in England, I don't know which of the countries you're in.
Canada.
Okay, in Canada. I've been to Canada a number of times. I'll be there again next month by the grace of God.
Let us know. Okay.
In Canada, I can Sukbo. Where we cultural group here.
No, never. This is your tax paying money.
They just fix it.
I was like,
do they bring our friend there to come and say, oh, look at the road. Calgary Road is being fixed.
I saw it, but I was just dumbfounded. Like,
if your children in school, for example, a tab in maybe when in school, where any friend you take a picture. Oh, the teachers in any Southwest Calgary. Do you hear them say it? So what we need to do is to work hard for our people. It will get to a point, it now becomes natural for our people to enjoy good governance. And I always propaganda.
Yes.
Do you have to go and say, oh, what a wonderful police? They must come. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
No.
Do you see any Justin Trudeau position? Do you see him showing, I built a secretariat complex?
No.
Does he have to
do that? That's call a meeting.
When they are discussing, he will only be discussing how many more jobs he wants to create. Yes. How he wants to reduce contact with
external countries.
I want to make sure that there is better business between Europe.
Yeah, international relationship.
Yes. He was talking about immigration. Oh, he wants to increase the number of people who will come in. This is their job for them to come and do serious issues. Not Masupo, Maswe, Ukpokpano there. Oh, can you imagine? See the road.
My people want to follow us, laugh and beg. The tension too much.
So actually between me and you, that's where we want to take a door to.
That's
when they are repairing road, it's not news. When they are building, when the children are being taught well in school, it's not news. When you're doing your work in your office with your computer and on your ego, it's not news. It becomes normal. Your health insurance in a door, Obaseki introduced health insurance.
Are those things still working?
I heard that it was no longer paying because what we did was to fund. Government first sent government pays a huge amount into the insurance, and the people who are signed on to the insurance also co-pay from their salary. Mm-hmm. So, but what we are hearing now is that he's no longer paying.
Oh my goodness!
So some providers, some healthcare providers are now turning back their subscribers.
Yes.
Sorry, the people who gave you the insurance, they are no longer paying, so we can't service you. You get the point. So we're having information like that coming from there.
What about the nurses now?
You see the problem. Just for 20,000 naira in a year, you could get access to basic care in Edo.
Oh my
For
goodness.
people who were paying 80,000 in a year in Edo, they were getting premium care. In 80,000 the dollars. Omafe, I'm sure that's just 80,000. 80,000 is $50 now.
$50.
$60.
A
So
year.
these are the challenges.
Oh, we
So what Obaseki was doing was every month Dr. Rock Amego was in charge. Our government pays its segment. Then all the other people also pay their own. And if you are a worker in civil service, you have the document salary where you buy. Small subscription here. I think they pay 100 naira a day to be in that 100 naira a day multiplied by 30 days. I think that's 3,000 naira a month. Some small monies they were all paying. So one card. Then it was free for all pensioners. My father is the pensioner, for example. My father has a card.
Yeah, I have one of my guests here that's now they don't have it.
Okay, pensioners was free. Just go there and pay, and they pay. Once you're a pensioner, your own is free.
Their money is being delayed right now. If you are a pensioner here and you haven't received, let us know. They are delaying their payment now.
Oh yes,
this time we never had this problem.
No,
we never had this problem.
Pensioners
where you've worked for your money all these 35 years.
You get your money.
You're supposed to get it without stress. But
yes.
Right now, one pensioner told me the other day, Wama pay. They didn't pay.
They're struggling.
So it's really a big problem.
Yes, so maybe you can open the floor now to take a comment or two.
Thank you so much. We've had a lot of goodies from you today. Thank you. So we are going to put the number to call on the screen. But before that, Sunday Omigie, wow, £10. Thank you so much. Thank you. May God bless your pocket and fill it back in a millionfold. Thank you. Oh yeah, challenge. Thank you. I hope you guys have subscribed, though. You guys have liked. You can call to talk to Mr. Crusoe on. Please let the call be short. Lahore. We're not in. I know we're in a family meeting, but we don't have that much room. Short and precise. Just go to the point, and then we'll do our thing. So I will be taking like 3 calls at a time and you put them together. If you have a pen, you can just write some of the questions. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He called? Okay. Hello, sir. Chairman of the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Your name and where you are calling from for our guest.
My name is Dennis Ogbemudia.
Okay, Dennis Ogbemudia on the line. What's your question, sir?
I want to thank Mr. Crusoe Saige for his wonderful analysis. I actually liken the government of Obaseki, which you served, to that of Pax Ramana. I know you are a very intelligent man. You know what I'm talking about, which was about the peace of Rome in the 27 BC, which was the beginning at that time by the reign of Augustus. But let me go back to the point. That administration was very, very peaceful. That's what you people did. And I also believe that what has happened in the last few months, I liken it to the period of interregnum in the old Benin Empire. That's what I look at that is happening in the last few months. Going now back to my question. After I, Dennis Ogbemudia, have carefully looked at the political events and the role of the judiciary that led to the coup d'etat in Rivers State, I want you to give us your take on one particular issue that bothers me a lot: defections. Defections in Nigeria.
Okay,
because in recent times, defections. Because in recent times, I'm beginning to see that defections under this APC-led administration in Nigeria, they are not really well treated. So that is my main question. But I'll quickly go back to say that, please, if Aswin wins, you have access to him. If he comes back, I will advise that the role of city managers cannot be overlooked. The role of city managers. So that is something that I will appreciate. And for you are a member of PDP. I will also appreciate if people like you can begin to talk to lawyers who can take some cases on a pro bono. I've been listening to you. People are scared. I have a friend who just came from Nigeria yesterday. He told me that if you are even going out with your wife in the evening in Benin City, you will be lucky that he's not considered as one of those people who goes out there to do night job. So these are, I will appreciate if people like you, PDP, come together, get some pro bono lawyers, and let them begin to work on those cases.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you have
the defection, I assume you're talking about defection from one political party to another political party. So if that is what we're talking about, then honestly, Nigerian politics is very shallow. Let me put it that way. It's very shallow, so shallow that people don't base their support for different political parties on ideology. Most people base their support on what they can benefit for themselves. Yes, that's what people do in Nigeria. So that is why it is always so easy for them to jump ship and run to another political party when they feel that their appetite will not be satisfied or satiated by a particular government. They run to another one. So there's no, as I am now, the way I am, I'm not the kind of person that can just run to another party because I have things that I believe in. I have the way I think. I have the way so I can't just jump to another political party and jump, But 90% of our politicians are not like that. Their own is, I must chop. I must be where they are chopping. Are you following? If the plate of food is no longer here, where is the plate of food? Say the plate of food, they're okay, let's go there and go and chop.
Okay.
Plate of food. So that's the challenge we have in Nigerian politics. Nigerian politics is not often based on ideology, but on beliology, so that's why.
Okay, the second question I ask you, sir. If Aswin wins the role of if Aswin wins, what's the role of the city managers?
Yes. Yes.
And the other one came together as pro bono lawyers.
Yes. For pro bono lawyers, we're already working. If Albert Obaze, for example, we work together to get some people in Benin to represent people who are helpless, who don't have helpers. To take their matter to court. I'm with him on that. We talk about it from time to time, and we get people to write petitions on behalf of people who cannot fight for themselves, and we find a headway a couple of times. But in many cases as well, the same corruption, and frustration that happens, deters our efforts, but doesn't stop us from continuing. But there is no limit to how much we can do as far as this is concerned. Yes. So as for those of us on the platform here who are blessed enough to be in the developed world, let me tell you, those of you in diaspora, doesn't matter how high or how low you think you are operating in diaspora, you are better than the average person in Nigeria. By far. You're better than even the above average person in Nigeria.
Okay,
by far. So we should also try as much as we can within our communities to reach out to people who are in distress and provide legal support for them when they are in crisis.
Thank you, sir. There's another question coming in. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Peter Aredo, calling from UK, precisely London.
Okay, Peter Aredo from UK. What's your question, sir?
Good evening, Dr. Cruz. Yeah, thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
Yeah, my question is this. Concerning deflection, one of the callers said, I think the judiciary is the problem, and the Supreme Court have shot themselves on their leg because the Supreme Court is the highest court of the land. And if a Supreme Court shall be giving a different judgment based on the previous judgment of defection, when you defect from the party that brought you, you are about to lose your seat in the case of River State in question.
Yes.
That is question number one. So I think the judiciary is the problem of Nigeria. Then number two, my prayer is this: if you people can help me, I'm talking of Area Mama and people that are close to Aswell. If you can bring Aswell to this platform,
okay,
it would be very better to come and speak to us. Aswell cannot just be in the limbo. We are waiting to hear from him.
Okay.
A program of this platform will be a good place for him to come and talk to us, we his supporters, because we are bleeding. We are really looking forward for him to come.
Okay.
He should come and talk to us and give us that hope, assurance.
Okay, sir.
That's three. Then there's number three, the judgment. When is it coming up? Because all of us have been skeptical because democracy, there's what we call the civilian coup d'etat now. Because the judges, I'm afraid personally.
Okay.
So why are they delaying the judgment? When is it coming up? Because those states is the heartbeat of the nation. It's not just for the heartbeat. God brought us that. Because those states, a question is a litmus test.
Okay, so I'm taking your question.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
please.
go to the next.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
So as for you, for Mr. Redo, okay, Aswe Godalo cannot come to. Aswe Godalo cannot take too many interviews now because he's in court.
Okay, so he doesn't want to.
No, it is risky. It is risky. You don't want to go and talk on television or talk on, and then they will take it and go and use it against you in the court.
Okay.
So once you are in court waiting for judgment, is always wise to stay away from, because you are in court. So you don't want to go and make a statement that is sub judice or something that will offend the court. So that is why Aswe Godalo would not be able to do a lot of television or online interviews for now. But I can assure you, once he comes on board, once he wins, he will come. He will need all of you, so he will come. And that's the one.
They're going to judgment to him because
judgment is in the hands of the tribunal. You know, nobody can really force them. But I can tell you that they're under a lot of pressure because these criminals are trying to harass them. They are trying to harass them. At the same time, they themselves are, anyhow you want to look at it, all human beings prefer good.
That's it.
All human beings prefer good, as a matter of fact. It's not that human beings always want bad things. It's just the hunger and many other things that make some human beings to behave abnormally. Let me give you a quick story. That night when they were stealing our election in the INEC office in Ikoba Hill, we all went to Ikoba Hill to try and go to the place to say, why are you people, the collation that is supposed to happen in ward, local government, you have carried it. Why do you carry it to this? So we went there, and then they brought thugs to come and attack us there. They brought all these big thugs, all of them. Some came from Kano, from all parts of the country. They were attacking our supporters, smashing the people's heads. And so I just entered into, when the violence became too much, to escape the violence, so that I won't be injured, I just saw a Toyota Corolla that was parked by the side of the road. So I just tapped on it. I saw a young man inside. I said, please, can I get into your car? So he allowed me, opened the door. I sat in his car. And I said, please, can you just drive away from this violence? Forward. Anyway. So The attackers were rushing towards me, but I'm sure they were distracted. Then I entered the vehicle. The fellow was now trying to reverse the vehicle away from there slowly. His tire fell into the gutter.
Oh, voila.
Then guess what? These criminals who were coming to attack me, because they did not know I was the one inside the Toyota. Do you know they were the ones that removed the car from the gutter?
From that.
It was the thugs coming to attack me that removed the car from the gutter for us to leave. They didn't know I was inside anyway. What am I trying to say? Even though they are thugs, even though they are killers, they were coming to attack me because they know me. One of them said, "Don't be that, Obasaki man be that." So they were coming to my direction, but God was so kind to me. I saw that white Toyota Corolla with tinted glass. I just tapped it. Somebody was inside. I said, "Please, can I enter?" I said, "Come in." I just entered the shop. I shut the door. They didn't see how I moved
anymore.
So as they were moving the car out, the tire fell into the gutter.
Okay.
They were the ones that removed the car from the gutter.
Oh.
So move. They didn't know that the man they were trying to beat was inside the car. What am I trying to say? Even though they are thugs, they were still kind enough to help somebody whose car fell into the gutter. So back to the judgment. Those judges, I'm sure in their mind, they want to do the right thing, but they are under pressure from different forces. But we believe that at the end of the day, God will prevail. Good will prevail. The interest of the people and peace in Edo will prevail. They will announce as we go down.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, okay, we have another caller on the line. Hello, sir. Thank you for the wait.
Okay. How's everything?
Hey, I'm fine. Your name and where you are calling from, sir?
Okay, my name is John Omokaro Opabi, and I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos. Welcome. Okay, please try and make your question short. Thank you, sir.
Okay, actually it's not a question, it's just a kind of a contribution and comment anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
You see, I was passing through Edo the other time from Lagos. I was going to Onisha to do some work there for my company. And on my way going, I noticed that it was night. I decided to stay by at Akbaba. So this Edo Delta Hotel, there's one new hotel they built at the back, So, or by the side of the Edo Delta Hotel, but they said it's the same person that has the hotel. So when I came out in the night, so all the security guys and some of them, they were like discussing. So I had a lot of stories that they didn't voted for, what do we call it, this current governor in Edo State. Yes, that they didn't voted for him. That is what they said there in that hotel. I didn't know that I joined them initially, but I was just listening to them. But at the point, I also contributed to what they were saying. They said they came out. There was a heavy rainfall at that particular day. They came all out to vote for this man. Even they brought money. Some of them, they were guided to go and vote for APC with the money, but some of them escaped and also voted for PDP. Aswen Udalo. That Aswen came to them one-on-one and told them that, look, what do you people want? That they are interested in the problem, their complaint. One-on-one came to them. The man really worked hard before the election. That is what they said, which is one.
Yes.
And then there are so many schools that they shouldn't go to one because they can't do everything. But they shouldn't go to one that is bad.
Oh, that's the propaganda, sir. They have to use that to push their lies.
I started capitalizing on that one. That they should go to higher institutions, they should go to so many places. They just show one. They just show one and continue to talk around it and all that. It's not the best, which is one.
Yes, sir.
And secondly, why is it that they say Edo Best has gone? I heard that Edo Best is gone. They have cancelled it or they have scrapped it, which is very bad.
Yes.
Let us go back in memory. You know, there was a time this Malaysia
Sir, we won't have that much time. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you for your contribution. I really appreciate it. Please put it on the comment section. We'll read it. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, wait here, what contributes? Yeah.
Yes, clear.
Yeah, because they shouldn't be using the bad ones to drive their message. They go to the schools that were not done. They against Obaseki. But we can't finish everything. It's not doable.
We can't do everything.
Governance is a continuum.
Yes.
Thank you, my caller. Your name and place where you're calling from. Where are you calling from?
My name is Kenneth. Good afternoon. I'm calling from Texas.
Oh, hi, Kenneth. You're welcome.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, so, sir, please make it short.
Crusoe, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother. I'm grateful.
I appreciate your words. You, Don Pedro, Alberto Baze, all of them.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, my thing I'm looking at this is, do we still have opposition in Benin?
Okay.
Do we still have one?
Opposition.
Because I can't imagine one person called Jared Telebe always spilling out nonsense from his mouth all the time. He's on TV. Is there nobody that can challenge him or take him to court or something for charging for defamation or something like that? How can he be accusing some chieftains in PDP? I don't know, but I'm not the party somebody. But telling them that they are the ones responsible for insecurity in Nigeria, when in Edo State, when they fully know that their candidate promised Edo insecurity, can this guy be charged to court or something?
Okay, sir.
Good question.
You want to deal with?
Okay.
Good question. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
For that one. My time. We took
of that.
We're in court with Tenebe. Already.
But he hasn't said this. Now you have added another one.
So it's just to be adding. So that's the problem you have when you deal with illiterates. So
he doesn't care because they
doesn't care. But we're in court with him anyway.
Okay, so Mr. Kenneth, he said they are already in court with him, but not for this new one. No,
not in particular. He just said this one, but we've been in court with him for many things.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. He doesn't look as if he gives two hoots.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. Any other caller? This my line. Woman, not the caller. Yes, I've noticed. I've never heard a woman's voice. What did they happen? Women, where are you? Hello? Hello? Now woman be this. Hallelujah. Not they call. Now so man. Okay, your name, Mama, and where you are calling from?
Thank you. My name is Abigail Osaire.
Beautiful name. Calling from where? Beautiful name. Italy. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yeah, your question.
Mr. Crusoe, thanks for joining us. Mr. Crusoe, I'd like you to speak on the role of the traditional involvement in Edo politics.
Traditional involvement
in Edo politics. Because I know we're under the monarchical system. And so I like you to elaborate on why we have in Edo politics so much traditional interference in our state politics. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Osahen, my sister, for a very good question.
First lady to come the line. First lady.
That's very good. So now, this is it. The traditional institutions are also important in government. The reason is because at that bottom of the pyramid of society, that's where they operate. They are closer to the people. They are connected with the Odion ways. All those younger people at the lower level. So it's important to also be able to harness those people and bring them into the machinery of development within the state. But unfortunately, many traditional rulers have become political, which is not supposed to be. The traditional institutions will also be apolitical. Their interest should be the development of their people. A traditional ruler in Ugbogui should be thinking of a primary school now in Bieka. Am I a boy say Lao Wadogume boy Ekina this primary school in my community is not doing well. I want people to come and help me fix it. Oh, this market where the women go to farm to sell, it's we need fence around the market so that it will be safe. Oh, we need a bank in this community. You see, that should be the primary interest and pursuit of traditional rulers. But unfortunately, because of personal interest and because of poor administration of the traditional system as well, many of these traditional rulers are not just politicians. They go and join political party, either directly or indirectly. They're going to be begging for money from politicians.
The highest bidder is what they
I want to do birthday. I want to do birthday. My Peking want to marry. I want to travel to Abuja. I want to do it. So that is what has made that's caused the failure of the traditional institution in the government structure, and it's a very huge failure. Obaseki tried to fix it. What Obaseki did was to decentralize traditional rulership system so that every traditional leader within his community will get some stipend, because at the end of the day, it's money that is the problem. So Obaseki, what he just identified, okay, let's identify who are all the traditional rulers in Edo South, for example, Benin speaking Edo South. Identify them. They have staff of office. They are recognized by government. They are gazetted by government. Okay, what local governments are they from? They are from XYZ local government. Okay, put all of them in the payroll. Let each local government give a certain allowance to each traditional ruler so that they will have some resources to superintend over their communities. Even if they are not going to be building roads or building schools or anything, but they will be there as the first line of authority. Oh, a man and his wife are fighting over the night. Yes, they were out here and what's the cause of the fight? Stop fighting, madam. Don't insult your husband. That role, so that they will be there. Oh, that farm belongs to my family, not yours. Okay, 2 of them should come. Why you people, before you go to court, let it first come to the traditional. So Obaseki made sure that he decentralized the remuneration system for all Enogies, as long as they are recognized by government. But you see, unfortunately, many people didn't like it like that. They say,
in our Benin city, sir, where we don't, the dividends of traditional whatever now, not for the people.
Yes.
What do you say to this effect?
It's unfortunate the government of the day now changed this system that I explained. Because this system that I explained was working. How was it working? Because of the fact that these traditional rulers were being paid allowances to support their work in their palaces, in their different villages. They now had a responsibility. I can't kidnap you near Tuladia. If they see some headsmen or some people who they didn't know before that just suddenly showed up in their neighborhood, they will raise the alarm. They also now had connection with the government. They could call and say, look, we saw some people in our community that we don't know. Please, they fused into the government system and helped the government. But today, it has been decentralized. It has been disorganized.
Okay.
So you now have a situation, I'm sure with you in Canada there, most of your Enogis and traditional, they are in Canada with you there now. We are here to tire man. I'm sure some of them there with us are for Italy there. They
also for factory.
Because
nothing.
So that's the challenge.
God bless Obaseki. God bless Obaseki, who recognized them and paid them.
Obaseki, they were insulting him. They were calling him Obiomba just because of this.
But he made sure that these people were being paid. How can you go on without remuneration? No money, nothing. Is that done? And they call you a traditional something.
You have a palace, but you can't cook in your kitchen.
Paid by
you
where
don't have food
to get the money from. So Obaseki now incorporated them into
all of them. A long payroll, lengthy payroll. At the end of every month, from their local government, they all get paid. So they can also now manage their palaces, manage their courts, manage the people within their system there. And then also connect with government. But that is now, it has been abandoned.
Except to bring his liver and his kidney.
We
recognize it.
We think we accept him as a man of the people. Yes.
So we have one last caller, sir. One last caller on the line. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, my name is James. I'm calling from UK.
Okay, from UK.
I don't have much to say. I just want to appreciate Mr. Crusoe for the well done job that he's doing. I understand Mr. Crusoe because the man there, they call Mondo, he doesn't know nothing. So I don't really know what to do because last year I was in Nigeria. I wanted to come back to go and start my investment in Nigeria better. When I look at things,
I don't think it's the right time.
No, it's not the right time for now. So thank you, Mr. Crusoe. I appreciate what you are doing.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
you. God bless.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, by the grace of God, no amount of wind can blow him away. Okay.
This is not God. That will be back.
Yes. Amen.
It's not everything God. That will be back.
Yes.
Because I have a solid case in town.
Yes.
I mean, that will be back.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you, my caller. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Yes, we have come to almost the end of the show. Thank you, my caller. Thank you for engaging us. Thank you, Mr. Crusoe.
Thank you very much.
We want it today. Oh my
Thank you.
You guys have to share this clip. This is more than we can take. We cannot pay if we want to pay for your time. How much? We cannot pay.
Thank you.
God bless Obaseki. God bless Obaseki. So this call brings us to the end. Sir, we have a tradition. We sing for us as well. So don't go. So it brings us to the end of today's conversation, like our formal conversation. A huge thank you to Mr. Osagie Crusoe.
Thank you very much.
Sharing your insights on the security and informatics challenges facing Edo State as a whole. It is a critical discussion that affects everyone. Yes. And I hope this conversation has shed some light on the key issues. My people, to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. If you found this discussion valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking conversation. Let's keep the dialogue going. Drop your thoughts and your comment. Let's keep the talking going. Because if we just sit down those sides, we can't do anything. We can't carry gun now. We can't carry weapon. Our mouth is our weapon.
Amen.
So go on. Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking so that the government, because whether you like it or not, social media, if they paint them for body, maybe they talk, maybe they know say, people they watch them. So thank you, sir. Just stay back for one song because we always put Aswe song at the end of our discussion. And then now we will stay back for the song so that we can thank Aswe and give him more courage. So let the music go on.
If it not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you go down low, man, we sabi yo. Your better of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you go down low for governor. Okay, na correct man, we sabi yo. Deputy material 1 million yards.
go follow lead us to the promised land. With Asway Odalu, he sure for us.
Forward ever you go. If Asway there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Asway go down for governor. Forward ever you go. If Asway there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Asway go down for governor.
Sure you go vote for PDP.
Oh yes.
PDP.
Oh yes.
Vote for Udalo.
Oh yes.
For integrity.
Oh yes.
Business go better.
Oh yes.
Put food on table.
Oh yes.
He go better mama.
Oh yes.
He go better papa.
Oh yes.
He go better pikin.
Oh yes.
For better road.
Oh yes.
Aye.
Forward ever go. Be fast when there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. That's why we go down low for governor. Forward ever.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank
Sir.
you,
We're
thank
going
you.
to let you go because
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I thank all of you for listening. I thank you so much. I'll be ready to come back anytime you invite me. No problem.
Hey,
Thank
where's
you.
the sir?
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Thank you. God bless you. Hey, my people, it has been a day. What a day. Hey, I don't tire to pamper the day. You know, see sweat. Tire, don't tire. Make our own fan. How the soup is sweet. I put Maggi, I put salt. When you your is enough for. How it be for our mouth, not be small thing today. Hey, my people, una don't like. If una never like now, time see them mona go like. Hey, now let's start frolicking. Let's start loving ourselves. The names many. I want to take all of them. Creative Kingdom, where you there since? You know, we come. Abokia, Alex Agbontain, United you waya West. Me, I not just start to call the name because I'll enter trouble today. Many. But some statements here are very nice. We will not do well. Let's say we can USA, Kakabo, USA, Magi Enuni Kiantie. Now, may we they speak up. Like I said, Nigerians have become very docile. Very, very docile. And the ones like us that are speaking, on your back. You got to do bad thing, you don't move so many in the way because they talk and say maybe we chop out. No, now my mind now I go take think I go chop. This one I shit too. I go chop or I not go chop. I have a mind to discern. That is why God said, the Bible said, wisdom is profitable to direct. So we not go feed them, people not go feed they do bad thing, then you go expect make everybody support them. When we not can support them, begin give us name. Don't be intimidated. Stand on the path of truth always. By standing there, you will not shake. Whether heavens fall tomorrow, you know say na truth you talk. Whether they carry you go court, you know say you get evidence. Stand on the path of truth. Not be like Tenebe when they carry propaganda, they go they defame people. Now do well, if you never like, no, now go like. Now get any more question what I want to ask, it's not too late, just put it on the comment section. I will pass it and we will get answers to it. I beg for wetin happened for court yesterday, for Nigeria yesterday, I be 2 days ago, where Tinubu do coup d'etat. Tinubu Wike, the House of Assembly and the Senate, House of Rep, where they do coup d'etat on top of Rivers State. Make it not shake on our liver, say we not go get our mandate. Because mandate evidence and they say not be the same. Tinubu is, because Tinubu wants to take over Rivers for 2027 and they want to control the resources, they started making stories. They started making stories and he invoked Section 305, which he did not follow. He invoked it, but if you look at the subsection, it did not follow. They say there's a read, I don't know what they read. So our own not be like that. Again, we don't get section for our own be cities evidence where we don't present for court. No way they go talk and say that evidence now because Tinubu want to take over Nigeria. Say those evidence don't exist. I beg. Again, now be my people where we the reason together. Make all of us make maybe take reason and well. And what do you talk? When I first talk and say your spice, they make you. Get him there, class prefect man. I first talk and say your spices, they make you one state this finish. But like in anyway, when we win where now I was so busy, Will you do your work? How many likes we get? And they like making they do like Pomona like. So we've come to the end of the show. Okay. So make I put one Benin song today. Our class prefect they like one song like that, but we go put another one. Make una take dance. Now one Benin song. I want Benin song. Make I find out for you. The music na it don't tell I do audio. I think na this one. May I play and may I see whether na it. And on a say no. Una makai de Mariaka. Get the mat down. Okay.
Imam Bokuta no kwa.
much. I know you love me and I love you too. What are we fighting for? Same course. Same course. Same course. Why? We want Edo to move forward. Now that the enemies of Edo are frantically, the enemies of the people are frantically making all efforts to take us back. We too have to put more effort to push us forward. Let's counter each other because we can't keep going back. Yon pa mafia si ayeke. Yen kebe pisi gun sore. Kemi ani believe ye emo renota. We will leave them behind and we go forward. My people, I will see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Creative Kingdom. Thank you, my sister. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I love your names. Now so beautiful names. Now they see your comment say no give. You stayed with me all through. Osage really tried today. We'll say thank you again, Mr. Crusoe, because even he went as he explained more than we even bargained for. Thank you, Mr. Osage. Clarence, my brother from another mother. I cite you here since. Obokian. My class prefect, you do well, oh. You do well for my body. Thank you so much. So we are at the end of the show. So may I leave una mona go gba mess and one the pandemic where we eat, may we drink water on top. May we do better thing. May we do better thing, may we gba mess and one. Thank you so much. I will be leaving you now. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters. Bye-bye.
Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria.